Hello guys, welcome to today's video. Today we'll be looking at data structures in Python. We're looking at lists, sets, dictionaries and tuples, and I'm going to talk about them more in the video, and I'm going to talk about examples, a lot of things you can relate with. We're just going to make it simpler and easier for us. And I'm Richel Attafuah. I'm a second year grad student reading statistics at Miami University, and I'm so excited. I'm doing this beginners Python series. So guys, let's get into it. Okay guys, so today, as I mentioned in the intro, we'll be talking about lists, tuples, sets and dictionaries and when we are supposed to use it. So I'm going to start from list. So actually, a list is just an ordered collection of items, and one thing we need to know about lists is that they are mutable. What do I mean by they are mutable? I'm going to explain that in a bit. So we're going to look at this simple example here where we have a list with apple, banana and cherry. And with a list like this, when I say they are mutable, it means it's easy for us to modify an item in the list. So for example, if I want to change the second item in this list to an orange, I can do that because the list allows us to be able to make such changes. So I'm going to run this code. So we see here that the original list was apple, banana and cherry. And in Python, we have indexes for list. So the index starts from 0, 1, 2, 3 onwards. So this first index for apple is 0, for banana is 1, for cherry is 2. So we just have 3 elements in the list. So if I want to call the first element in the list, I'm going to use the index 0. So we have fruits with a square bracket 0 to actually say, oh, we want the apple from this list. So that is why we got printed here apple. Then I told you we can modify stuff in a list. So if we want to change the one, meaning we want to change the second element in the list of fruits to an orange to come and take the place of the banana, we can do that for a list. And we can use the word append in list, which is to add a new item to the list. So fruit.append mango, meaning we want to add another element to our list of fruits. So doing that, we get the mango being added to our list. The next item or the next data structure we're going to look at is tuples. So for tuples, you can see with lists, we have them in square brackets, but in tuples, we have them in the normal brackets that we are used to. And one thing about tuples is that they are immutable. As I mentioned earlier, lists are mutable. So you can see the opposite is for the tuples. Tuples are immutable. So that means you can't make changes to a tuple you've already assigned to a variable. So as we can see here, we have the word coordinates equal to 10.5 and 20.7. I tried here to actually change the first element in coordinates, which is 0, to maybe something else, but it's going to throw an error as I've explained. So I'm going to run that for us to see. So it's telling us tuple does not support item assignments, right? Because you cannot actually mutate it. You can't change it. It's immutable. So this is something that actually cannot work. So we can't actually run this line of code. So I'm going to have to use a hashtag over there, which is like commenting it out so that we don't have an error. The third data structure we are going to look at is sets. So what are sets? So sets are unordered, they are on index, no duplicate element, and they are useful if you want to look at membership tests or removing duplicates. So as you can see, the set has curly brackets as we are already used to. So we are going to say, but one thing we need to know about set is that set actually helps us to be able to know, oh, there are duplicates in this or there's no duplicates. So set is like the best thing to help us. So looking at this example, anytime you have duplicate numbers in a set will actually not print that out. You're not going to see that duplication. So as we see in this example, 1, 2, 3, 2, 1, you realize that as I print those numbers, the 2 that was repetitive is not going to show because it's duplicated, right? So I'm going to run this line of code. We see that the 1 2 3 2 1 prints out 1 2 3 because set actually takes out the duplicate. So if you want to make a list of members and maybe every member has a unique name, or you want to know the unique names the members have, set is the best to go with because it's going to make sure it takes out any form of duplicates you may have. And if you want to be able to know that, I want to know if this person is in this set, you just use the keyword in. 2 in numbers, as I use in the example, and it gave us the boolean true, meaning yes, 2 is actually in the numbers. The last we are going to look at is dictionaries. Dictionaries is very, very special from what we've spoken in terms of it has a key and a value. So dictionaries are usually key value pairs. So what am I saying? Let's look at these examples. Like this dictionary, the key here is name, the value is Richel. The key is the age, the value is the number that was assigned to the age. So one thing you have to know is that keys must be unique. You can't mutate a key. You can't change a key, right? But values, you can mutate, you can actually change your values that are assigned to the key. But a key must be unique. It's immutable because your key is very, very important. Because actually in dictionaries, to be able to actually access the values in the dictionary, you use the key to access it. So your key is very important here and it's immutable. You can't just keep changing it anyhow. So I'm going to look at this example. I'm going to run it. So you can see that when I want to know the name of the name of the student. So the variable is student. So the dictionary we are creating here is student, right? And we want to access the name of the student. So we use the key, which is name, and it gives us the value that was stored in that key, right? Which is Richel. If you want to actually find what is actually stored after like a key value pair, you can use .get, the keyword get. So I want to know what is actually stored in the key age. So I'm going to use student.getAge. So student is the name of the dictionary, right? .get for that particular key, which is age, gives us the value that is stored where the key is. I hope that is very clear. So you can update a value, but you can't change a key, as I mentioned. So the keys are immutable, right? So if I want to assign a new age in the dictionary to that individual Richel, I can easily do student grade and change the grade or change the age, right? And if you want to add a new item, it's easy to do that. You just have to name a new key to it and assign the value. So it's very easy to change the values you have in a dictionary, but you can't change the keys because they are very, very important. So when do we use any of these data structures that I've spoken about? I've spoken about list, spoken about tuples, I've spoken about set, I've spoken about dictionary. When do we use them? So actually, when you need an ordered changeable collection, then you have to go for a list. A tuple, when you have a fixed unchangeable collection, go for a tuple because you can't change anything you put in that. A set, when you want to use unique items or you want a fast membership check, a set, you go for a set because a set is going to make sure that when you're going to call it, it's going to take out any duplicate. So it's the best to go when you want unique items. And for dictionary, when you want a key value mapping, like maybe a database record, a dictionary is the best to go. So a quick recap on everything we've done. We've seen that lists are mutable sequences, tuples are immutable sequences, sets are unique and unordered collections, and we've seen that dictionaries are key value pairs. I hope we've learned so much for this, and this is just something key on data structures that is going to help us. This is like a very fundamental topic in actually understanding and grasping Python, as we've already started. So yeah, I hope we learned so much from this video, and I took my time to make sure I was able to break this into smaller chunks to help us to be able to understand, and I hope we're able to grasp a lot from this video. And I'm going to attach the GitHub link and a Medium post which goes into deeper depths of what I actually spoke about in the video. Please do give me a thumbs up, do share the video, and let me know in the comments what you want me to talk about, what wasn't so clear in the video. And I'm going to put my LinkedIn there, where I also talk a lot about tech stuff on my channel and my page on LinkedIn, so do well to just look at it, let me know what you think, and see you in the next video.